So, you still want me to do it?
I mean, you can try to snap something else up, perhaps, like maybe in the night. Maybe sneak out and sneak around their tents a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Maybe something can be arranged or picked up from that. In any case, he would need to eat it for it to actually take effect on him.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm asking.
He does. He eats bread and sort of.
Well, this is liquid form. It needs to be his drink.
The basilisk blood it's usually used as a spice in cooking, and it's very savory.
Yeah,
taste.
but Manakai said it was liquid.
No, you can put it in food that you're cooking.
So basically you'd make a loaf of bread especially made with it.
Yeah, or like gruel or some sort of. Yeah.
I would rather give it in his water because he seems to be the only one drinking water.
Probably notice it in the water because it's blood after all.
Yeah.
True. So, do you still want me to do it or not?
I want you to at least try to find out some more.
Okay. So during the night, Nima will snoop around the tent with
Sure. The camp has 2 watchmen, sort of hanging out by the fire in the middle. And then there's other tents surrounding them.
Nima will have some drinks and some bread on a tray. And say that she has some drinks from the inn. And the owner has baked a special bread for the Caladan lord.
Mm-hmm. Will Nima actually have bread? Use time to like spend time to make a bread?
She'll just steal one.
Okay.
From the.
Then infuse it. Or...
No, I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, so just normal bread.
Just normal bread.
Okay, sure.
I'm not gonna kill him yet.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, they'll thank her for the attention and say that they'll give it to him once he gets up.
She'll say, I also wish to talk more. Sorry. What the hell? I forgot his last name. The young, the Lord Peak. He has asked if I want to come with him to work at some other place.
We intend to leave tomorrow, but his lordship is sleeping. It would be proper to speak to him in the morrow, perhaps.
That's as you wish. I just thought he would wanted to know right away.
You want us to tell him that you want to go?
It's a little complicated.
That's all right.
So what do they mean? That's all right.
Sit down, have a drink.
With them?
Be too improper. We're good people. You wouldn't dishonor a lady.
Wow. She doesn't. Whoa. Does he actually do that?
He moves closer.
You know what?
Takes a beer.
She'll sit and talk with him. Let's talk.
Sure, I'll just talk, tell you over their nightly deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to sort of one-up one another. Yeah. It seems to make the watch go a bit faster. They're enjoying that. Sort of someone new to talk to.
Well, she'll talk with him, but not the whole entire time. She'll get up and I probably should get back.
All right. Makes sense. We'll inform the Lordship of your inquiry. Sleep well. I'll be relieved anyway. Soon enough.
Well, you too. She will, when she walks around the tent to go back, she will try to look for the Lord's tent.
Sure. And roll an awareness.
I've seen a Lord tent. My fighting is a modifier, right?
Yep.
Pretty sure when I write.
All right. You see like a bigger one. That it's not really easily discernible. It seems that this lord in particular doesn't like sleeping in bigger and more brandish tents than his people. Very much looks like one of them. Like equal tents, equal men. But there is, like, you notice some of his stuff. A piece of clothes or something sticking out under the tent flap.
So this is Gorman.
Yeah, his tent allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Is he sleeping?
Leaving now?
Mhm.
No. Right now he's sleeping, probably.
That's what I asked. Is he sleeping?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. When she looks in through, is there any papers laying out and about?
There's very little in here. It seems that whatever they bring with them is what they carry on horses. There's not really tables or anything. They clearly have sort of like bed rolls basically on the ground.
What is in there?
Well, basically, when you look in there, you see some bags and such, some stuff for a horse, presumably, and then you see his like a bedroll, basically rolled out with him in it. There's a Halen's laying in here as well, with Halen in it.
They're sleeping in the same room.
Yeah, same tent.
Aww, it's so cute. What?
Nothing.
Oh, I could totally kill them both. I could totally kill them both right now. Okay, I'm thinking of being a little daring here, but that would be so bad.
Well, time's a wasting. Gonna need a decision soon.
Guys, should I be daring?
I don't know. Should you?
Should I?
I mean, that.
Do you want to be daring?
Yeah, end of the day, it is up to you and your character.
You are writing the story.
What would Nima do?
What would Nima do?
You.
Jinx.
High five.
My whole thought was that oh, look at those two. They're so cute together.
There's this murderous little angel watches over them.
Can someone draw that, like, Nima as a murderous angel?
Because I could totally kill I could hide my face, have my dagger to Gorman's throat, basically say, if you say a word, I'll snuff your light out. And make Halen's answer some questions. But that would be so stupid. But it would be so glorious.
Oh, well, that's it's up to you if you think you can get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Because
I don't think I could.
I think that would be a very risky move, to be
It
fair.
would.
super risky.
Well, I want to sow some doubt into Halen. So, Nima's gonna write a little message.
Uh-huh.
That basically says, we know your secret. And then she leaves the vulture badge.
Where does she put that?
Let's be creepy about it. She lays it right next to his head, like that they were.
Sure. Could you try to roll for me to sneak into
okay.
the...
No.
Roll for me to sneak into the
I'm not gonna
tent
do
and
it.
put it right next to his head.
Isn't there like a saddle? You said there was stuff in there.
Yeah, like at the edge they have like their saddle stuff for the horses.
You lay it on the. You know what? It doesn't matter who finds it first, to be honest. She lays it by the saddle with the badge on top.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee goes back to the kitchens.
Sure. Does she plan to do anything else here, since they're gonna leave the next morning, basically?
Nima's gonna leave that night.
Okay, so
Go
he's
back.
gonna be gone, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I would probably say that you would stay on a few days, or at least until after you've left, because if you're gone, they would immediately know it was you. Like, or at least that girl.
And who is that girl?
I don't know.
They ask themselves in their head, who is that girl?
Okay, fine. That's a good
No,
idea.
it's fine.
No, it's true. Nima will stay until they've left, and she will explain that she got a message. Well, she basically can't leave because of family. Family is important.
Ashford.
No, not the Ashford, but basically her family. She's not an Ashford.
Sure, she'll hang around for a little few days more. It'll not be fun. The guy will be very mean to her when the peaks are gone.
Yeah, not surprising.
All right. Sir Elric speaks to Sir Ivas, and what exactly are you asking for?
Well, he helped Alaric with training them on siege weapons of all fun sorts. Alaric wants Sir Ivas to help in a true demonstration of the weird and wonderful things that House Caladan can do, preferably without burning down the castle.
Found to the last part.
Yeah.
Well,
I do so like.
you want to show off to this prince, then? Yes?
Precisely.
Well, we would need some sort of setup, place things that we could shoot and see burn. I do not know that we have anything that would be suitable for such a demonstration, however.
In fact, I know just the tavern.
A patch of forest, perhaps, or a small house could be procured. Perhaps. There are a couple outside the walls here that have popped up, so to speak.
This is when you're playing the character who is like insensitive. It's like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, he's like, yes, we should totally kick people out of their homes and we'll burn it to the ground.
Be a possibility. Had we any prisoners, I could demonstrate some personal demonstrations, but alas, we do not.
Out of character, I wonder if there's we have fields, right?
Oh, to burn our fields.
Well, we don't want to burn them, obviously.
If you burn
all
our
of it.
fields, I'm giving you more of a punishment than Haley
It's
could.
winter right now. There's nothing on the fields.
Yeah, so
It's going to ruin it for next year.
would it though? Because ash is a fertilizer.
Mix wildfire in the soil.
See?
Some really nice plants coming up from that.
Yeah. Oh, that would be beautiful.
Or it just turns to barren wasteland for the next 2
If
months.
you can find something suitable, I'll be glad to burn it, though. For you.
Okay, I'll get back to you. I'll talk.
Please do.
I'll talk to Desmond.
Have to go.
Okay. All right. Sure. Alaric will go to see Desmond then. Just looking at our domains, we have ruins. Were we doing anything? Well, was that where we were going to build the sept, or like? No, we were building the sept over Aaron's grave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that? That's not in the ruins.
I believe it is the ruins that is like an old large sept that was destroyed by Lord.
How to piss off our current lord?
Well, yeah.
We burned the sept, my lord.
Sept.
I actually
With your father's
that,
grave on it.
We burned
While
the
you were out,
town.
romancing your boyfriend, we burned the sept. What?
at this point, Jonas hears like one of his birds comes along saying, "The faith militant has reformed. They're on a crusade." Wait, what?
So Ellery can like poke his head in to see the others frowning heavily at one another.
Yeah.
Politics. Religious implications.
They're very displeased by everything.
As both their looks kind of simultaneously stare at her.
Snap to Alaric.
Alaric's used to it at this point, let's be honest. He'll sit down and say,
Your cousin?
So, the prince didn't seem particularly impressed. So, I want to plan a better demonstration. We didn't have much time to prepare anything, him kind of showing up. So, if we could... I've spoken to Sora Javis, and if we can procure something for him to... for our engineers to fire at, he can help with the demonstration to look glorious, as it were, and truly impress the prince.
Well,
At the moment, he seems very what's the word? I can't even think of my own fucking language. Underwhelmed. Thank you, man. Very underwhelmed with our units.
well, what
They
do you
did
want
get
to fire on?
Pardon? Jonas?
What do you want to fire on?
Lark shrugs and says, that's why I came to you. You two, mainly Lanus, know what plans we have and everything.
Manaka, maybe Desem remembers of some old barn or something that's like abandoned somewhat close to the castle.
That seems awfully convenient. Perhaps there would be a way in which you could have such a barn be a thing, Jonas?
I'm not going to spend a destiny point for a barn. So,
You know,
uh-huh.
all the time Lanus has been looking around with all his stewardship work. He has to sometimes count up all these buildings, and yes, there happens to be one right there.
All right. If you want to spend a point to make it have a barn, a nice, wonderful abandoned barn that's full of fungus.
All right.
They needed demolishing anyway.
Yes.
Fantastic.
As Lanus like 1 second, goes up, starts scrolling through, comes down with a ledger, puts it between him and Desm, scrolls through, just points it.
All right. Very well. That seems
It's the old owl barn. Named
Oh.
for the owls that live there.
Oh no, the owls!
Yes.
We're gonna firebomb the owl.
They're more of a,
If it's day, they're not gonna be in there. If that is,
Hopefully they will fly out when they hear people coming in to prepare it.
they
I
are
don't
a
think so. But
are a rather large nuisance. They've been causing a lot of issues with the nearby houses.
Hmm.
The barn owls are good owls.
When you have this many of them,
There's 500 owls in there.
Packed with owls.
It's like a bat colony, but with owls. They
If you
blot
make that
out
a
the
burnt
sun and the
destiny
moon.
point, there are no owls.
No.
you know, I'm going to stay at 2 of 3, not make it 2 of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll burn the fucking owls. Alright, fantastic.
Oh god, someone in the chat said bard full of manure. Let's go badly.
Shit falls all over the prince.
And Sir Alaric watches like imperiously with the prince like, what the hell?
No, very good. Exactly as I imagined it.
Right. Yeah. You know where you have a barn then.
Okay. Alaric will go and tell Sorjavis
Leave
to
immediately. Yeah.
be like, right, I have things to prepare.
Try to only burn down the barn.
Good point. We'll make sure that there's men with water buckets, I guess, for any
We're
fires
next
getting
with
out.
this. It will be fun. It will be properly set up.
We are true warriors of siegecraft
And fire.
and
You know,
fire.
with the destiny points, we're now destined for this barn to be.
Yes,
Wreathed
this
in
barn is
flames.
destined.
Now, back to dealing with this.
Ugh.
We could do. No, that's not going to work. We'll just get invaded.
Could just slap him in the face. I mean,
You know that's going to cause other problems.
hardly notice it with all that flab.
I don't think that's going to work. I have a feeling you might have other words for that. On the other hand, you think that you feel it.
As we zoom out and zoom in on the barn.
Well, firstly, choose to the silent.
Yeah. He will burn the barn. Sure.
Hooray!
Some of that.
Attack
Though he will laugh at the idea of water buckets, assuring that no water can put out such a fire once it's begun. Anything the fire touches dies and
Wait, we're
burns
using wildfire? What?
till ash.
I mean, sand buckets then.
Yeah,
no,
something.
sand buckets. It burns
burns
sand,
as
it burns
well.
water.
All right.
It burns water.
Let's
Castles melt.
let's
Well,
make sure.
luckily, old owl barn is like in a like a ditch somewhere. You know, there's nothing really to fire to.
It's not used because it's so. It was sunken.
Inconvenient.
Yeah, it was so inconvenient and in such a deep ditch.
He'll begin doing it. He'll probably get it all set up for when the prince leaves.
Just saying,
Fantastic.
when the display happens, you have to say wreathed in flame.
Just sit upon Hugo
They'll
in
begin
full
to
armor,
build
like
a makeshift trebuchet or something
Wreathed in flames.
on the field.
Brilliant. All right.
Brilliant. Wonderful.
Wunderbar. Okay.
Tomorrow, on the morrow, there was going to be another big discussion of things, basically.
Which said minus destruction.
Awesome.
But certainly all the guests will be available for talking sort of on a smaller scale before the big discussion, if anyone has desired to speak to any of them. No, they're around.
I think that does like a word with the prince, if nothing else.
Okay, sure, you can catch him sort of as he's inspecting the parapets,
Do you like Lanus to
looking
come
at
along?
looking at the size of the walls and the thickness of the gate and whatnot.
Linus is welcome to come along if he wants. It's really up to him.
Depends if you would have told him you're doing this.
They're probably hanging out here as well. Just keep a little distance.
Whoop.
Should
Ah.
sneak up.
Yes, creep up with a dagger. Yes.
Hello.
You know, I have a view to a sword, not a dagger, but
Men, kill him. We
So
totally
does
could.
this mean we're going with the Blackfire?
Totally could kill the prince here and declare the Blackfire.
Oh,
and
he
then
would
just-
be fucking dead.
And then just shoot wildfire at anyone coming close.
And of course we have the hand of the king as hostage.
Could we?
Decim thinks in his mind.
Could we have a trench
Kill
around?
this man.
Could we have a trench
could
around
do
the
it.
keep, just filled with wildfire?
We'd have to upgrade to a superior castle for that.
We'll make it happen. Yeah. Yeah.
If we had a superior castle, we could then have a moat.
Yeah, a moat of
Huh.
wildfire. There we go. Oh, the humanity.
He turns as you walk up. My lords,
Does some bows.
Your Grace.
Your Grace. I was hoping that I could have a slight word with you.
he nods as he looks at the ones. Yes, I did not come here simply to look at what I expected would be delivered to me sooner rather than later.
If
Has the dear hand seen to your needs?
he has certainly done his best, Your Grace.
He is good at what he does. Just looking to Sir Gawain says, Sir, if you would go see what the dear Lord Hand is up to, maybe he will need something. Sir Corbray bows and takes his leave.
We now have a numeric advantage.
Yes, you flank him.
So much,
Because, your fighting 2 is going to really...
So, I hope you will be ready.
Yes, that is which I wish to speak, Your Grace. I am being perhaps a bit forward here, but I am guessing that you do not particularly agree with the Lord Hand in his aspirations and, well, his attempts at peace. I would hazard a guess that you, as me, believe that this peace will not be had with supplications and offering of small parts of land in the Red Mountains, but rather there will be quite a lot of blood before this is settled.
I fear so as well. I have spoken to my half-brother, and he has certainly enlightened me, I would say. He is an unlikable sort, but some of the things he says just seem too true to not be. Regardless, it seems to me that peace is best had when everyone is too afraid of you to act against you.
I like this guy.
Peace through power. I would not presume to try to teach you how things are in the marshes, Your Grace, but I would like to try to explain the situation here, if you would let me.
He nods.
And Dasam will basically give him the similar rundown as he did for Lord Butterwell, that there are very well supplied bandits, or probably more than bandits in the Red Mountains, preparing to raid the marshes. That a demilitarization of them would remove the weapons for the lords, or throw them straight into Blackfire's hands. And that.
And so, what do you intend to do?
Indeed what, Your Grace? The Lord Hand has put us in a very difficult position. On the one hand, we support a house that is a known enemy to us and a clear ally of Lord Blackfire. On the other hand, we support a house that is certainly very friendly towards us, but plans to remove our weapons and our status.
You didn't speak of our arrangement in the vicinity of your hand.
Doesn't shake his head. No,
I
Your Grace.
appreciate that.
There was no need.
There was no need indeed.
To tell you the truth, they do not know and would not approve of my actions in requisitioning these units for Summer Hall. However, I believe that should the worst come to the worst, the marshals will need some sort of fighting force. And if that shall be under me, then I shall be the one to take the punishment for keeping it.
Decim nods slowly. I see, Your Grace. That is an interesting idea indeed.
However, it is troubling if there are indeed a third enemy.
I am afraid that seems very likely, Your Grace. I have been trying to track them, but this is a project that takes time, and time is short. Perhaps a few weeks or months more to set up the proper information channels, I would be able to track them, find out where the bases are, their supply depots and such. They are using Dornish traders to scout out our lands. I will hand to Prince Maekar like some of his summary notes and conclusions he has drawn from the different observations where traders have gone recently and what they have been, like what keeps they are going to and then suddenly not going to anymore after they've probably gathered enough information.